Hi everyone, welcome to Dentozen. Dentine, which is made up of dentinal tubules, is a mineralized tissue, but within dentine there can be some areas which are less mineralized. These are known as hypomineralized structures of dentine. We can also call them hypocalcified structures of dentine, which can be an important theory exam question. So, what to write, which diagrams to be made, what can be the Viva questions. So, you'll get to know everything about hypocalcified structures of dentine today in this video. So, let's start. Before starting, quickly subscribe to Dentozen. अभी तक नहीं किया है तो जल्दी से कर दो और इस वीडियो को एक लाइक भी दे दो as I keep making such informative videos for you. So let's start. Three hypocalcified structures of dentine. First is incremental lines. As the word says lines, these are the lines in dentine which are formed because dentine deposition is इन इंक्रीमेंट्स डेंटिन इंक्रीमेंट्स में बनता है और हर दो इंक्रीमेंट्स के बीच में दिखती है एक लाइन विच इज नोन एज इंक्रीमेंटल लाइन. सो दीज आर द डार्क लाइन. सेकेंड इज interglobular dentine. Inter in between globules. Dentine mineralization takes place in round structures called globules which later fuse to form one dentine mass. But sometimes these globules fail to fuse, join ही नहीं हो पाते और वहाँ पे रह जाते हैं ये dark structures which can be drawn like this as we are drawing, and these dark structures are known as interglobular dentine. Third structure, Tom's granular layer. As the word says, it is a layer which gives granular appearance, dotted appearance. So where is this seen? It is seen only in the root dentine and not in the crown dentine. Where in the root? In the dentine just adjacent to cementum as we are drawing, these dark granules can be seen, and this is known as Tom's granular layer. So these are the three hypocalcified structures of dentine: incremental lines, interglobular dentine, and Tom's granular layer. So let's see the details. First one is incremental lines of dentine, which can further be of three types: incremental lines of von Ebner, contour lines of Owen, and neonatal line. What's the difference? First is incremental lines of von Ebner, the most important. And if you are asked in Viva, what are the incremental lines of dentine known as? So your answer has to be incremental lines of von Ebner. And if I ask you what are the incremental lines of enamel known as, do you remember? Yes, they are known as incremental lines of Retzius. These two are very important Viva questions. So remember, for enamel these are lines of Retzius, and for dentine these are lines of von Ebner. So what are these von Ebner lines? These are the lines which represent daily rhythmic linear deposition of dentin matrix. Dentin matrix जो है collagen fibers जो है वो daily deposit होता है in the rhythmic fashion in linear way as increments. So the daily which increments are formed, they can be little different in the collagen fiber orientation. So because of change in the orientation of collagen fibers at the boundary between the increments, we can see a line. रोज रोज सेम तो नहीं बनेगा, तो दोनों के increments के बीच में जो change की वजह से line दिखता है, that is incremental line. So when we have to draw, how we have to draw in the diagram? First we'll draw the enamel rods. Below that we have this black curved scalloped junction, dentino-enamel junction. Below that we have these S-shaped dentinal tubules, and perpendicular to these tubules we have these incremental lines. So the labeling will be enamel, dentino-enamel junction, pulp space, and those are the incremental lines of von Ebner. So as you can see here, these lines are fine lines or striations. They are perpendicular to dentinal tubules, very important. So if these are the S-shaped dentinal tubules, so we can say that incremental lines are perpendicular to these tubules. So you have to be very careful while drawing the diagram. You have to make them perpendicular to dentinal tubules. Now, how much dentin is deposited daily? So daily rate of dentin is 4 micrometer in the crown. Important entrance and Viva question. But it is lesser in root. Also, it is decreases after the tooth reaches occlusion. It is also slower and asymmetrical in secondary dentin. Do you remember the secondary dentin? The one which is formed after root completion. So it is formed at a slower rate than the primary dentin. Now that is one concept about these incremental lines, that is their daily rhythmic deposition of dentin. Now there is one more concept, that these lines could be at the 5-day interval because change in collagen fiber is more exaggerated at the interval of 5 days. हर 5 दिन के बाद हमें ज़्यादा prominent lines दिखती हैं because of the exaggerated changes in collagen fibers. So we can say that these incremental lines follow the 5-day rhythm. So that can be the second concept. So if it is 5-day, how much dentin will be deposited? In 1 day it is 4 micrometers, so in 5 days it will be 20 micrometers. So we can say the distance between these two lines will be 20 micrometers. So those can be the two concepts. Either these can be the daily rhythmic deposition of dentin, or it can be the 5-day rhythmic deposition of dentin. Second is contour lines of Owen. Now these are like incremental lines only, but they are more accentuated incremental lines, dark lines, as we can see here. This dark line, why this dark line appears? Because of the disturbance disturbances of the matrix and mineralization process में कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया. कब हो सकता है? When there is some disturbance like period of illness or deficient nutrition during dentin formation. All this can lead to defects and which can appear as these dark lines. Now longer the disturbance, वाइडर दीज लाइन्स. जितने लंबे समय तक के लिए ये डिस्टर्बेंस रहेगा, न्यूट्रिशन डेफिशिएंट रहेगा, उतनी ही बड़ी ये हमें लाइन दिखेगी, उतना ही बड़ा हाइपोमिनरलाइज्ड एरिया होगा. नाउ सेकंड कॉन्सेप्ट अबाउट दीज लाइन्स दैट दीज कुड बी कोइंसिडेंस ऑफ सेकेंडरी कर्वेचर्स. what is the meaning? That means dentinal tubules are S-shaped and within these tubules we have very small secondary curvatures as we can draw here. So where these secondary curvatures becomes coincident, there we can see these lines. So that can be the second opinion. Now when we have to draw the diagram, they are best easily seen in the longitudinal ground sections. So first we'll draw the same diagram, that is incremental lines of von Ebner, and then in between these lines we can show one dark accentuated line which can be your contour line of Owen. Now we come to the third line, that is neonatal line. This is also an accentuated incremental line. बहुत बड़ी line होती है, exceptionally wide incremental line due to a great disturbance. What is that great disturbance? The changes in the environment that take place at birth. So it is a wide line which is seen between the dentin which is formed before birth, that is prenatal dentin, and the one which is formed after birth, that is postnatal dentin. So इन दोनों के बीच में, because ये दोनों layers different होती हैं, इन दोनों के बीच में we can see this dark line which is known as neonatal line. So you can draw it like this, and it is like similar to the neonatal line seen in enamel. Enamel में भी दिखती है ऐसी line. So where in which teeth these neonatal lines can be seen? Important viva question. सब teeth में नहीं दिखती. They are seen in all deciduous teeth but only permanent first molars. Why only these molars? Because part of them forms before birth and part of them forms after birth. So which one is better? What do you think? Prenatal? Yes, prenatal is better than postnatal as it is formed in a good environment inside mother's body. So these are the three incremental lines. Now we come to the second structure, interglobular dentin. So this dentin is formed because small globular areas of mineralization of dentin, they fail to coalesce into the homogeneous mass. आपस में वो जुड़ नहीं पाते और उन masses के बीच में रह जाता है, round structures के बीच में रह जाते हैं हमारे dark areas which appear like this, that is dark structures, and these are known as interglobular dentin. So when we have to draw the diagram, we have to show them in the ground section like they appear as dark rounded masses, but their edges are concave edges. So they will appear like this with concave edges as we have drawn in the diagram. So that is the appearance. And where we have to draw them? We have to draw them in circumpulpal dentin, very important, just below the mental dentin, which is the first layer. So this is mental dentin, the first layer, and below that in the circumpulpal dentin we can see this interglobular dentin. To know the details about interglobular dentin, you can check the video on types of dentin where we have discussed it in detail. Now this interglobular dentin can also come as a short note. You can also describe it in the normal histology of dentin because we can see it there also, and we can also describe it in hypocalcified structures of dentin like this as we are describing it here. Now we come to the third structure, Tom's granular layer. As the word says, it is a granular zone and it is seen in the root dentin. Where in the root dentin? Just adjacent to cementum as we have drawn it here. So three things, granular zone, root dentin, next to cementum. So when we go from cemento-enamel junction to the root apex, so this layer increases in thickness. So this is cemento-enamel junction. As we go from here towards the root apex, this increases it in the thickness. Now comes the important question, why this appearance is there, why this layer is formed? Dentinal tubules, where they end at cementum, their terminal portions, their last portion will loop like this. वो लूप बना देगा, ऐसे कर्व हो जाएगा, and within these loops we can see the spaces. These spaces are created which get filled with air when we prepare the ground section, and these air filled spaces appear as dark granular appearance. So that is the answer that you have to give. That is, this is formed due to coalescing and looping of the terminal portions of dentinal tubules, and within these loops the spaces are created which get filled with air, and this air appears dark in the ground sections under transmitted light. So when you have to draw the diagram, how? First we'll draw the S-shaped dentinal tubules, next to that we have this granular layer, and the outermost we have this yellow cementum. So dentin, cementum, and in between the two we have this Tom's granular layer. So very important, that is how you have to draw the diagram. Now there can be another concepts about this granular layer. It can be associated with interglobular dentin, because both are formed in the same way, that is hypomineralized areas, but it has been seen that they are different in their mineral content, as Tom's granular layer is highest concentration in calcium and phosphorus, whereas interglobular dentine has higher concentration of sulfur. So they too are different in their mineral content. Another concept is that they could be actually true spaces present there which appears as granules, but when we try to stain these sections with hematoxylin and diosine, or when we try to see them under electron microscope, these true spaces are not found. So ये spaces थी ही नहीं. Now recent studies have indicated that this layer could be due to special arrangement of collagen and non-collagen proteins between dentin and cementum. dentin और cementum के बीच में एक special arrangement होती है collagen और non-collagen proteins की, जिसकी वजह से ये हमें granular layer दिखती है. But the most important that you have to remember, it is due to the looping of the terminal portions of dentinal tubules. So there can be so many concepts about Tom's granular layer. Now here we come with important short note. Sometimes you can be asked, what is Tom's granular layer, what is Tom's fiber, and what is Tom's process. So you have to compare these three structures. All these three are different. इन तीनों में टॉम्स नाम है बट तीनों डिफरेंट है. हाउ दे आर डिफरेंट, लेट्स सी. नाउ टॉम्स प्रोसेस is the distal process of ameloblast cell which forms enamel. Ameloblast की process है Tom's process. What is Tom's fiber? Tom's fiber is the process of odontoblast cell, the cell which forms dentin. And what is Tom's granular layer? As we have seen, it is a granular layer seen between dentin and cementum. So see, all these three are different structures and it can come as a short note. So how can we remember? Tom's process is related to cell which forms enamel. Tom's fiber is related to cell which forms dentin, and Tom's granular layer is related to structure cementum which is present in between dentin and cementum. So you can remember that all these three different structures belong to three different regions. Now we come to the summary of these hypercalcified structures of dentin. So you can remember them by using this diagram. So first is the incremental lines, second is the interglobular dentin, and the third one is the Tom's granular layer. So all these structures can also be described in the normal histology of dentin. We discussed the histology of dentin where we discussed the intertubular dentin, intratubular dentin, predentin. So along with that we can also write about these three structures. Also they can come as hypocalcified structures of dentin. So let's see incremental lines. The diagram will be like this. There are three types: incremental lines of von Ebner, contour lines of Irwin, and neonatal line. Now von Ebner lines can represent the daily or the 5-day rhythm of the dentin deposition. Next is interglobular dentin. The diagram will be like this. So these are the areas which are formed due to failure of fusion of globules. So these dark areas, where are they seen? They are seen in the circumpulpal dentin just below the mental dentin. Third is Tom's granular layer. So it is a granular layer. Where is it seen? It is seen between dentin and cementum. And how it is formed? Because of the looping of the terminal portions of dentinal tubules. And you should know how to differentiate it from Tom's fiber and Tom's process. So that is the summary, and let's see what have you learned. So name three hypocalcified structures of dentin. Then incremental lines of dentin are known as. Then the interglobular dentin is formed due to failure of fusion of dash of minerals, and Tom's granular layer is seen due to dash of the terminal portions of dentinal tubules. तो आपके क्या आंसर्स हैं मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में जल्दी से बताओ. And if you really enjoyed the video, do tap on the like button. Keep watching, keep learning, and good luck for your exams. See you in the next video soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.